Hello, Half Full Monty here, and today I'm going to do a everyday carry, what's in my pocket situation here. I see a lot of people doing this. It's kind of interesting to me what people carry around all the time with them, and it changes on what you're doing, of course. But anyway, so today, without further ado, first of all, your little gold band. Apple Watch tracks mileage, calories, heart rate, hooks to the phone, can talk through it. I don't wear it all the time, but if I'm hiking or whatever, I always have it on. Not always, but most of the time. Got the old hanky, multiple purposes for this. Of course, besides, you can make a And sometimes I carry a buff, if y'all know what that is, as a hanky, because you can put it over as a mask. But anyway, you can make this as a headband. If it's hot, you can wet it and put it around your neck. You can also use it, as a face covering for all that. And so you can use it as a Band-Aid. Bandage. You can actually make a tourniquet out of it. There's all kinds of things. If you can also use it if you're at a stream or anywhere you're getting water, it's got sediment in it. First thing you do is you run it through your thing here, and then of course you could put iodine or bleach in it, a couple of drops, or you could boil it, but to get the sediment out, that could also work for that. A lot of things. It's a good thing to have. If you don't have a hat, of course, you need, especially if you don't have no hair, but you should have a hat, especially if you're outside. Outside is what I mean, is that you need a hat. It protects you from heat, sun, UV, keeps you cooler. And if you're bald, it protects your bald head from scratches and burns and what have you. Now, if you're outside, you really want a hat with a brim on it, because you want to protect your ears. Let me tell you, I go to the dermatologist. I go only once now, but if you know, you know. So a hat. Of course, going into the make sure I got everything. I got a lot of pockets on these shorts, which, oh, by the way, I love. They're, got lots of pockets. They're made out of some good stuff. They're kind of stretchy a little bit. They're made by Duluth Trading Company. But anyway, that's another video. So in my pocket dump here, pen. You need to have a pen with you. At least I do. It comes in handy all the time. Everybody wanting my numbers and information, but and there's other purposes you can use a pen for. You can actually use it for self-protection. It's not going to go far, but man, if you're up close, poke that in your eye, that would work. You can also take it out, take it apart, and use it as a straw. I've heard stories about people doing the trachea vent thing, when you're choked out. Right? Supposedly it's like a spot right there. Anyway, so flashlight. I've got this little one here. It is a Coast. I think I've got a video on this Coast little flashlight. It's real powerful enough. Comes in handy for things. If you want to see in there, use it at the axe throwing venue, to get up there and see how close I am to that kill shot or bullseye. But anyway, a little flashlight. It's very light. It's very strong material, and this one here, Coast, stands behind their products, because I think I actually had this one. I think they sell these things for $7-8. Don't quote me on that, but it might have been 10. But the first one I had, I said, "Oh, this will be good. I'll just throw it in my car, and in the console there." And I never used it. And then one day I pulled it out and it didn't work, and so they just sent me another one free. So flashlight. Money clip for money. Of course, this tells the story of my life. Nothing in it, so no money. And it's good to, I usually carry some a little cash, not a whole lot, but a little cash. I can fold it up and stick it in there and stick it in my pocket. Won't have to worry about getting my billfold out or anything. So, and I don't have my billfold involved in this because I don't carry my billfold a lot. And it's about like, it's ridiculous. But anyway, money clip. Of course, I got my car key and a house key. I have one of those deals that you put in, but I have a key also. And also, I can use this car key I get in there. I also have a garage door opener in my car that I can get in the house with that. So, car key. Now, next thing, let's go to my, this varies. I usually, I wear this on my belt. Scout draw, which is like this on the belt. On my belt, like so. Usually it's over here. The way the belt is fabricated, you can't undo it. With that on it. But I can wear it over here, and what have you. Now this thing, it's a one of those Essie Azula 2. I've had this for a few months, and I've been trying to carry it all the time to just make sure it is what I say it is. So far, it's passed everything well. It clips in there good, solid. Now this is what is called a Ranger beads, or Scout beads, or what have you. I inherited this with my brother's. He was in the fire rescue, outdoor rescue, and he also walked a whole lot. Anyway, this is a way of keeping track of your, well, you can use it for keeping track of everything, but he used it predominantly for walking. And so basically the theory behind it is when you're walking, you go like right foot, right, left, right, left. So every time you get the left foot, that's one, okay? Then you figure out how many of those it takes you to like walk a block or a quarter of a mile or whatever, and then you can multiply that and figure it out. So what you do is on this one here, in my case, a lot of times I've run a whole lot, run and hike a lot, but run a whole lot, and I basically know that how I feel and how long, it's time related. So you do a 20-minute mile. It's 3 miles an hour, so that's how we kind of do that in my head, and I kind of know how it feels and stuff. But if you were doing map and compass or orienteering and stuff, you could do the pace count, and then you'd go, okay, you'd count those, and you go 1, it was called miles. Okay, so you go 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then on the 10th one you would move one of these on the top row. Okay, and then you would go backwards, and then you would move another one. Okay, so that's 20 miles, right? Then you keep going, if you go 40, up to 40 miles on this and keep up with it. But if you're doing map and compass and everything, you figure out your steps, and then you would use this to keep track of that. And this usually is what I have it hooked to. It's just a little compass. It's got a thermometer on it, and anyway, you could get your direction and your steps, and then you could figure out, okay, if you have a map, or whatever, you can also, that's a whole different mini videos on orienteering. But anyway, they kind of go together. But anyway, I hook it to this. It reminds me of my brother who passed last year, and anyway, he carried that with him, and so I found that, and I'm like, I know what that is, and I know why he carried it. I'm moving along with that, with the same thing as a lot of times I carry this. This is a coin that my brother gave me from his. He was retired from the military, aerospace kind of thing, and the last I don't know, 35 years or so, he we moved out west. He started volunteering at the local fire department, and they actually talked to him and going getting trained. He got to become an EMT, a fire fighter. He worked at the enough he got retirement from the fire department thing, but he was also a fire chief out there for many years. But anyway, sometimes I carry that, and then something I always carry is this. Check this out. This is a neat little story. This is a glass eye, and it's as you see, it's hollow on the back. I always thought they were like a round ball, but I guess that would, if that fits in there in your eyelid, and it holds. Anyway, it's a glass eye. Now you go, half full Monty, what are you doing with a glass eye? Or I don't know, that's what we always call them. That might not even be appropriate these days. But story behind this. I must have been about 1975. I would go to a place called the Chippin' Dance Land, okay? And they had live country and western music and dancing. So they basically had a dance floor out there, and they also was a restaurant, I believe. But anyway, they had young man, single man. They had lots of young ladies there, and you would meet up there and do the boot scooting. Okay, I'm not a very good dancer. I'm by no means a cowboy. My dad was, so I know what they are. Then of course that's changed over the years too. But anyway, I gave it my best because there were, women, opportunity for contact with women, and so as you would think, this place was in a rural area and in Texas here, North Texas. And, you know, how it goes, you know, you got alcohol, you got women, you've got, what, you know, 1975, sooner or later you would have fights. And so, not always just men, but you know, you had fights, and a lot of those they had ample people inside to keep it under control if they wanted to. So you know, if you got in a fight, you would find yourself out in the back parking lot. They had a vast parking lot. They had a couple of those big lights on big wooden telephone poles out there. Anyway, I went out. I was leaving. I was going out there to get in my truck, and I opened up my door to my 1968 Ford F-150 pickup truck with the ET mags wheels on it, and the dual exhaust, of course. I opened up the door, and of course the dome light of the truck came on, and for some reason I opened the door, I'm looking down, and I see that on the ground, an eyeball. All right, so I probably had a few in me because I just reached down there and picked it up, and felt that it was hard and everything, so I just stuck it in my pocket. And I've carried it around ever since then. It's kind of a lucky charm, and I'm just can't imagine what happened out in the parking lot that caused this guy to lose his eyeball. Now, I really thought it was maybe something out of a gumball machine or something. And later on, I don't know, I was getting stuff out of my pocket, and this thing was out there, and they said, "What are you doing with that glass eye?" And I'm like, "Man, you know, I carry it around for I found it." He goes, "Well," I go, "It's not round." And he said, "Well, that's a glass eye." And because how do you know? Well, that's how I know. And so anyway, that's my story of how, and you know, I'm sorry, you know, 50 years ago, if you're the person who lost their glass eye in the Chip and Dance Land parking lot, here it is. You know, I've saved it for you. Anyway, I also carry some of these. This is just saline eye drop stuff, and I think this is a good thing to carry. I've had to. This is another video too. I went through cataract surgery, and I also had lens implants and adjustable lens to correct my vision, and I also had LASIK and everything, and supposedly my vision is it's completely changed, and that's, like I said, that's a whole video and everything in that. But when you do that sort of thing, you first start out with antibiotic drops you have to do multiple times a day. Then after that, you use drops multiple times a day. And even before I had that, I started carrying another brand of eye solution eye drops that I know when I drive a lot or what have you, if I'm outside a lot, I get kind of dry eye. And how I know I got dry in my eye, you know how you get it. But anyway, so I carry these around all the time now. And if you ever get anything in your eye, then you have a high probability of doing that if you're outside, if you're on your lawn tractor, or if you're out hiking. in Big Bend, or you're anywhere you're at, dust, pollen, what have you, uh, you get dust in your eye, or whatever it is, you don't want to rub it, and you're sitting there trying to water your eye, you need something to flush it with. And if you don't want to have to go all the way to a first aid kit, and you don't really want to go, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but there's a lot of water sources that you probably don't want to be putting in your eye. Who am I saying? I drink out of a water hose most of my life. But anyway, that's why that comes in handy. So anyway, that's what I have. Of course, I'll probably think of something else, but today, that's what I've got in my pockets. I do have a couple, like this thing is usually hooked to this, and I would carry that probably on my pack, or whatever I got on me. But the rest of it is, yeah, I pretty much carry that stuff. This changes out. If you watch any of my videos, I have all kinds of, I'm a knife guy, so I have different knives for different occasions. But that's pretty much it. And so that's it for today. Thanks for hanging there with me if you did. And if you did, please think about subscribing. I'm trying to get to 500, and I'm at 430. So yeah, I would appreciate that if you think you would like to do that. And anyway, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment. What do you carry every day? Anyway, so that's it. Half Full Monty out.